What's up, guys? Welcome back to Unbreakable Grind. It's your guy CJ back with another video. All right, I want to have a conversation, man. This conversation, I want to be around the idea of first generational millionaires. All right, when you're a first generation millionaire, man, your strategy, the way you do things have to be totally different than if you were given something to start with. You know what I'm saying? I've got a lot of things I practice, my behaviors, the way I think, the ideologies I subscribe to. They're pretty extreme, but they're extreme because I wasn't given anything. I had to start from zero. You know what I'm saying? My parents didn't give me a loan. I didn't have a pension. I didn't have an inheritance. I had no college fund put aside for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have investments that were passed down to me. You know what I'm saying? So as a first generation person, as a first generation millionaire, because I wanted to be a millionaire early, the game plan had to be die hard. It had to be a very, very strict game plan. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have room to be easy on myself in no way, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you in the same situation. Most of you should be in the same situation based upon the statistics of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Most of you aren't being given, you know what I'm saying? I think Donald Trump was given $1 million loan from his dad to start. You know what I'm saying? Pretty sure he was giving more than that, when it comes to other assets, but he had $1 million cash to start with. But this happens all the time in certain communities, not race specific, just certain communities of people who aren't first generation millionaires. Their parents or someone in their bloodline had done it before them. As a first generation millionaire, though, your strategies have to be you have to move in a totally different way. You get what I'm saying? Because if you fail, you have nothing. You start with nothing. If you fail, you have nothing. You get what I'm saying? So it requires a total different mindset, man. And I want to have just a normal discussion on this because man, I think everyone needs to determine what they really want out of life. Let me get this back right. Yeah, you have to make a decision, man. You have to make a decision on what you want out of life. Do I really want to become a millionaire in this lifetime? And then you have to think about what are the reasons for doing it. I wanted my children, my bloodline, to always have opportunity. Not just money, but to always have abundance of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I wanted my bloodline, my next generation, to not have to start at zero or negative. I didn't want them to start at zero or negative numbers. I wanted to change that. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I had to be very strict on the way I operate. And I still do. And you will too. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of you might not want to go to college, or you might be a little older and you don't want to go back to college. I'll tell you this. The first thing you want to understand when it comes to being successful is you have to accept, you might have to do things you don't want to do in order to be successful, right? So if something increases your likelihood of success, then you should do that. I don't care if you don't want to do it. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand, is I don't care if you want to do it. I don't care if you're older so you don't think you should do it. Or I don't care if you're older so you think it's too late and it sounds like a bad idea. I don't care about all the excuses. All you need to ask yourself is, will it make it easier for me to reach my goals? Anything you're doing, forget how hard it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Forget how much sacrifice it's gonna take. Because as a first generation millionaire or a first generation highly successful person, you're gonna have to take all the sacrifice. You're gonna have to do everything the hard way. so that the next generations don't have to do everything the hard way. They'll already have established credit. They'll already have businesses. They'll already have investments. They'll already have, stuff to start with, man. You get what I'm saying? So what you got to ask yourself is, what's gonna make it easier to get what I want out of life? And that's all you need to understand. Is once you understand that a certain thing will make your life easier, will get you closer to your goals, you have to do it no matter how difficult it is. So I'm telling you, where am I going with that? I want to first hit on the college thing really shortly. You do not have to go to college to be a millionaire. You do not have to go to the gym to be buff. You know what I'm saying? You do not have to eat all healthy food to be skinny. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to go to church to be spiritually enlightened. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I'm just trying to make as many references as I can to random stuff. All right. But I'm here to tell you that the statistics show that people who go to college have better outcomes. Most millionaires go to college. That's just what it is. Now, if you don't want to accept that, that's fine, but they do. Now, what I recommend doing when you're wondering what you should do, I recommend doing all of the above. So this is my mindset. My mindset, I knew that to be real highly successful, I need a business, I'll need investments, I'll need a high-paying job, and I'll need skills. I knew that I need the skills. I need high-paying skills to get a high-paying job. I knew that I needed a high-paying job in order to get the very large amounts of investment money invested. And also, I need the high-paying job to protect myself in case the business that I start with my high-value skills, in case it failed, I'll always be protected. So those are the 4 things I always knew that I needed for the most part. You get what I'm saying? So you guys got to understand that you're going to need a skill to win all the way. You don't need that to be a millionaire. So to be a millionaire, what you need is a high-paying skill. That's the easiest way to be a millionaire. High-paying skill, high-paying job. That's it. That's the easiest way to be a millionaire. Now, starting a business to become a millionaire from scratch is way harder than getting a high-paying skill and then getting a high-paying job. Way harder. If you don't have a high-paying skill, that means you're going to be starting a business with a low-paying skill. Think about it. If you don't get the high-paying skill first, it's almost necessary in every case to think about it. It's almost necessary to get the high-paying skill regardless of what you're going to do. Because if you don't have the high-paying skill, that means you have to create a business. If you want to start a business, you're going to start a business with a low-paying skill, a low-value skill, right? So, and then if you want a job, it doesn't make sense to not have a high-value skill or high-paying skill, because then you're going to get a job with a low-value skill. So think about it. You literally have to get a high-value skill regardless to be a millionaire. It's fast, to be a millionaire quickly. Now, you can invest that, you can get a basic job and invest in a Roth IRA and all that stuff in the IRA your whole life and be a millionaire with any job. But if you want to be a millionaire quickly, you need a high-paying skill so that you can either start a high-paying business, you can start a high-paying business with that high-value skill, or you can get a high-value job that pays a lot. Now, here's the thing. I know some people might say, well, you don't have to have a high-value skill to have a high-paying business. I know people that sell t-shirts and make a lot of money. See, so this is where we get to the next point that remember I was mentioning the first generation millionaire. The first generational millionaire has to mitigate risk. You have to mitigate risk. You can't say, you know what, let me start a t-shirt company and let me try to sell t-shirts, because to start the company, you have to use money. That means if you don't have skills, you're going to be using your little money you have to buy the t-shirts, your original t-shirts, and get your little LLC or whatever you're gonna do, that means you're going into the negative, spending money just to sell t-shirts. And the skill isn't, you can't even assume the business doesn't work, right? You're stuck. You've wasted your money. You can't even use that skill to get a high paying job. So it's a waste of time. So I understand that you can show me an example of where this worked for somebody. But the problem is, as a first generational millionaire, you have to guarantee your success. If your parents gave you $1 million loan and you can try 1,000 things and spend 1,000 there and 10,000 there and 15,000 there and throw 50,000 in the stock market and buy a building for 300,000, yeah, you can sell t-shirts and spend and allocate 5,000 of that, and see if the business works. You can do stuff like that. But as a first generational millionaire, your decisions have to work. Because them not working is too much of a cost. The cost of failing is too high. They call it opportunity cost in economics. The opportunity cost is just too high when you're a first generational millionaire. You have to do it all from scratch. So as a first generational millionaire, you know what you have to do? You have to create your own inheritance. I wasn't given an inheritance, so I had to get a high value skill and get a high paying job. And I swear to you, I called this my inheritance. I created my own inheritance because I didn't have it. So now that I have an inheritance that I created for myself, I operate as a second generation millionaire. I acted as if I was my own parents. This is the weird, quirky mindset I had, bro. I said, forget it. I didn't have this. This wasn't given to me, which is fine. I didn't complain about it. You know what? I'm cold enough to do it myself. Let me go get this high value skill and let me be aggressive about my salary, get my salary up there. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to fund my own future. That's why I had to do it real quick. And you're going to have to do it real quick if you want to win. So if you want to win, you got to be quick. Okay? But don't be too quick. So this is what I mean, right? You want to be quick. You want to be quick as in never having to take a step back. Okay? I don't mean quick like jump here, jump there, fail. No, you have to be quick as in you need to make decisions that move you forward guaranteed as soon as you can make them. You want to make them as fast as possible and as efficiently as possible. Okay? So to make this real simple, the first thing you need is a high paying skill. I don't care if you're starting a business or getting a job, you need a high paying skill. Because if you don't, you're getting a low paying job or a low paying business. It's as simple as that. And even if it's a high paying business, it's a low demand business because it's a low paying skill, I guarantee you. So understand, high value skill first as a first generation. Now, if you're watching this and you've got an inheritance, you got all this other stuff, that's great for you. You might not need this content. You can go and make mistakes and it's fine. You know what I'm saying? As long as you put some of your money in the right investments, go make mistakes, have fun. Unless you want to be super cold. If you already have inheritance and you do this strategy, you're going to be super cold. It's even colder. So what I'm trying to say, man, high value skill first. All right? High value. I don't care your age either. See, this is the thing. You can't say, well, I'm older. What do I do? It's no shortcut. It's the tortoise and the hare. If you waste your time all the way to 40, you got to go all the way back and get the high value skill still. That's how it works. I don't care what age you are. If you start getting it at 18 or you start getting it at 80, you still have to go all the way back and get the high value skill. And it's not too late if you're 40, man. Think about it. If I'm 40 years old, go get the high value skill. It might, I probably have to dedicate 4 years, maybe 5 or 6. Even if I say 5, because I'm stuck in my ways, so it takes time to get out of my ways and get in the flow of things. That means you're 45. From 45 to 50, you have $1 million. You can have $1 million if you go get a high. If you're at 40 and you go to 45, you dedicate 5 years. You'll be making enough money by 45 to pretty much still be a millionaire by the time you're 50. You get what I'm saying? And that's the point. All right, that's the point I'm making. So I don't want to hear those excuses. All right, you still got to start from the beginning like everybody else, unless you're lucky. And we don't, on this channel, bro, we don't go by luck. I don't really care about luck. So high value skill first, so you can get the high paying job. All right. I've had some people ask me about, you know, different types of occupations. You know, somebody asked me something about, you know, they have a passion and they have a passion, which is a certain type of business, but it's more on the passion side. And then they have another business idea that's more like a job that can bring in money. Okay. And they're trying to figure out which way to go with that. I need to get more information on the topic, but I'll kind of give a general rule of thumb to go by. What you need to ask yourself is, what's the worst when you spend your time at because this was a younger person, when you're spending your time on something, what's the worst outcome that you'll get per the amount of time you're spending on it? Meaning, if you spend your time, what's the worst outcome you could possibly get? This is very important. And then you have to be honest with this. You have to be honest with this, man. People lie to themselves right here, and this catches a lot of people, man. You have to be brutally honest. All right? Let me be real. I think this person was talking about real estate, man. Shout out to you. He been following me early on. So shout out to you, man. But when it comes to like real estate, for instance, you were talking about selling real estate, wholesaling real estate. When it comes to wholesaling real estate, you're going to be out here trying to sell you're going to be pretty much trying to middleman real estate. You know what I'm saying? Middleman real estate gets sales. What's the worst can happen to you? The worst can happen to you is you freaking out. You're out here, you come up with different strategies. Some of them work, some of them don't work maybe. But the worst can happen is you make no sales no matter what you learn. So let's assume the best case on your side, meaning let's assume you learned everything, the best case possible when it comes to your effort. You did everything possible to learn everything. So as the person who knows everything about wholesaling, let's assume as the person who knows everything, you make no sales. If you don't make any sales, then what are you left with? You're left with a skill that maybe you can offer to. How do you use the skill if you're not making sales in wholesaling? Like, you see, I can't think of a way to transform it. If I don't make any sales, what can I do? You get what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like that because I feel there's a spot where I'm stuck. I feel stuck. So this is what I would do. Because you're first generation. See, a first generation, you got to be super cold. You got to be super cold as first generation. I'm telling you, it's hard because you got to do everything at once. So this is what you have to do. You got to start wholesaling real estate, learning everything you can. This is what I would do if I'm young now. This is what I would do. You don't have to take my advice, but this is what I would do because I would want to make sure I'm a millionaire. I would start wholesaling real estate and learning about it. Failing fast, meaning I'm reaching out to people, learning, trying to sell. I will also look into colleges and look at what skills I can get in college that are going to give me high paying jobs at the same time. And I would think about when is the best time for me to actually invest a lot of my time and energy into my passion. So it's 3 steps. When it comes to the wholesaling, I'm going into the wholesaling trying my hardest, but with the same mindset of I still have to protect myself against the worst to come. I'd be in college because I know at least maybe it's going to take me 4 years, but if I'm going for the right thing, I have a guaranteed bottom line I'm going to be hitting, which is 100 grand plus I know I can hit. But that's going to take 4 years. So in the meantime of doing that work, guess what you need to be doing? You need to be trying to wholesale. So let's say you spent 4 years wholesaling, you learned everything, and you failed, you didn't sell anything but one house. So nothing happened, you didn't even make a living. If you had nothing else going, that means you failed, you wasted 4 years, you only sold one house, now what? But if you were in college going for a high value skill while wholesaling, now let's say the worst case, you only sell one house in 4 years, but then you graduate, boom, now you're a 100K person, you still making the money, you can still wholesale. Think about this. After you finish college and you're making the good money, you still can wholesale, but you've got more money to invest in yourself and invest in your wholesaling. which means you might be able to use all that knowledge and then start writing books and selling the books and backing yourself and buying signs to wholesale. So now you're a colder person. So do you understand, if you just go wholesale, if I just go wholesale, the problem with that is, what happens in 4 years when I've been wholesaling, learning everything I can, and I'm not selling? You have to assume this worst case, because you have to be able to protect yourself in that case, because you won't have anybody else to protect you, because you're first generation. First generation has to protect themselves. They got to do everything. You got to protect yourself, provide for yourself, provide for the future. You got to do everything. And you just got to own that. I'm happy about it. You got to be happy about that. So don't just wholesale real estate and then, for a couple of years, and then, if it doesn't work, switch. You wasted too much time. Wholesale the real estate, go to college. If you end up being a great real estate guy, you wholesale crazy amounts of real estate, then that's what you need to do. Let success drive you. If you end up being so good at real estate that you can't go to college anymore, then stop going to college. See, this is the correct way to do things. You ever hear? See, the problem people have is, like, somebody like Elon Musk will say, you don't need to go to college. I didn't go to college, and stuff like that, right? But what's happening is, these people get so good at something, and they start getting so many opportunities from something, that it pulls them out of college. That's different. That's different than saying, hey, look at him. He was doing so good at wholesaling that he got to leave college, right? So let me just leave college too. You're not him. But if you can go and start wholesaling and go to college and get so freaking good at wholesaling that you get pulled out of college, then leave college. And do not leave college unless you're that good. That's what I would recommend if you want to be guaranteed. Do not leave college if you're not that cold. This is very important. You better not, because if you end up sucking at wholesaling, this is just the root. This is how I talk to myself. If you end up sucking at wholesaling, at least you've got 100 grand coming guaranteed every year minimum. Once you finish this degree, and you can say, you know what, I sucked at wholesaling, but I graduated in about 15 more months, and then I'll be at 100 grand, and then you can determine, do you want to keep wholesaling after you're making 100 grand, or do you want to move your salary up to 200 grand and plus? You can think about it. Or do you want to just stay at 100 grand and then start opening up your other business that was your passion after wholesaling? I don't want to do that no more. I sucked. Now I want to go over to my passion, use the money and build my passion. See, you got all the options. You're going to win regardless. Wholesaling work out and they pull you out of college, success. Wholesaling suck and you still have to go to college and finish, success. Once you finish college, you want to increase your salary up to, even higher, success. You don't want to increase your salary up any higher because you want to fuel your passion, success. You got the money. Either way, if your passion doesn't make money immediately, success, because you still got the money from the job and you got the high value skill that you got from college. This is how you play. This is how you got to do it as a first generation guy. I'm trying to tell you. Understand me, man. Like, I'm tired of people saying they don't want to go to college. You would not believe this, right? I got muscles, all right? I got freaking muscles. Do you know that people come to me and say, hey, how do I get like you? And I say, oh, you just got to go to the gym, eat right. Then you know what they say next? Hey, how do I get like you without going to the gym and without eating all that healthy food? This really happens. You get what I'm saying? Hey, how do I protect myself? So same situation. Hey, I'm interested in becoming a millionaire. I'm interested in how do I protect myself from, how do I always have money? How do I make it easy to get high paying salaries? How do I get a lot of money to invest? Go to college for high value skills and you always have the money. It's that simple. No one goes to college for high value skills. Everyone goes to college almost now. Almost everyone's going to college. No, even though everyone's going to college, no one goes to certain degrees at all. It's weird. Everyone wants to be in shape. Almost no one goes to the gym. Think about it. The mass population, the majority of the population is attracted to people that are in shape. Most people desire to be in shape versus to be out of shape. Most people don't work out and eat healthy. I'm looking at a Crystals, a Taco Bell, a freaking Chick-fil-A, a Freddy's, all of that crap full right now. Everybody would desire to be in shape. I'm about to go in here and buy some freaking salads, some freaking stuff to make my meal I make every day with my turkey and rice. Guess what? All that crap gonna be there. Nobody buying it. Ain't nobody buying salads and crap. I mean, of course people are buying it, but it's the minority. You get what I'm saying? So don't fall into that gap, man. Make your actions match what you want. It's so weird, man. People's actions don't even match what they're trying to get. As a first generational millionaire, that's not acceptable. Even if you want to be just successful in general as a first generation, you don't come from anything, you want success. You can't be that lenient. You can't want to be in shape but not want to go to the gym. You can't want to be healthy but not eat healthy foods in a mixed diet. You can't want to be lean and not want to run. You can't want to be in demand and not go to college. Understand me. Well, you can be in high demand and not go to college. Well, you can technically be lean and not run too. You can technically be healthy and not eat salad or eat vegetables too. So that's not a point to make. The point is why, if you really want it, you need to do the stuff that helps you get it. College helps you get in high demand. All the skills that are in the highest demand require highly complex skills. The demand isn't on skills that aren't complex. They're all complex. All the complex skills are taught in college. Not just any college and any degree. Well, let me correct that. Not just any degree in college. Specific degrees in college. So that's what you need to get. It's as simple as that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. Now you can do everything at the same time. Me, I used to have my own little computer shop thing going while I was in engineering school. So I used to be fixing people's computers in engineering school also. You know what I'm saying? So I had my little hustle going and I was in school. You know what I'm saying? So you can have your own thing going. You can do the same thing. But one thing you can't do is you can't waste your time. I can't say, hey, I want to have a computer shop. And then if it fails, I've wasted 2-3 years on that and then say, okay, I'll try something else. That's too long. It's better to say, you know what, let me put myself in a position to be in demand. Let me go into engineering school. This is what I can expect when I'm done in 4 years. Then what I can do is let me do the computer shop. If it works out, great. I personally knew that I wasn't going to be doing that. I just wanted a little income and I just wanted to play around with being an entrepreneur. So I rushed through engineering school, got to my money. I started investing, bada bing, bada boom. It gets easy. And what I want you guys to understand is the beginning is the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? It's really too easy out here, bro. If you do what I'm saying, it's going to be too easy, man. You know what I'm saying? You can really do it better than me because if you get in there immediately, I'm telling you, guys could be really successful really early and you can really spend all your life for working on your passion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to cut this off right here, man. I just wanted to have a conversation with you guys. I wanted to make it like a back and forth between us. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really wanted this to feel like. Let me know what you think about some of these topics. Let me know if you're going to try some of the stuff I'm saying, or if you think you have a approach that you think is going to be like, it will be better and you can adapt to better, that will make more sense. Point me to it so I can understand those ideologies and what that is. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of any other way that works better than what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? This works. You get what I'm saying? If it's not what you want to hear, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the truth. If you want to hear the truth, then you're listening to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is specific, cut, clean, to the point, man. I'm trying to put the power in you guys' hands, man. You guys can win, bro. You guys can win. You guys gonna see me winning. I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm laid back. I can go buy any car I want. I can go buy any house I want. I I don't do that because I'm always I'm first generation. See, this is the thing. People who have what I have, some of those fools, man, they go get a freaking crazy condo. They go get the freaking crazy car. I'm not like that, bro. See me, I want to go further than a million. I want my next goal. I'm trying to get to multi-million. I'm trying to get to 10. My next goal is 10 million. You get what I'm saying? So to do that, I'm a first generation every time. I'm gotta be the first generation 10 million person in my family. So that means, given all of this abundance I have to still sit back, drive a worse car than most people. Well, nah, I'm lying there. I got a Range Rover. I got it for my girl. It's really hers. My car is Chrysler 300, which I had in college. My girl, I bought her a Range Rover, and I drive her Range Rover around. So I'm lying about drive a worse car than most people. But it's a couple years old, all right? So long story short is still, I could have a way better car. Way better. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, man, I want you guys winning. I want you guys to empower yourself. If you guys do what I'm saying early, it will pay off for you. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's actually managed to watch this long in the video, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? You're probably gonna be a cold mother effer. I know I would listen to every second, every minute of this crap, and I would be wanting more. You know what I'm saying? And I would be listening to it while I'm working and doing whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. You can multitask, but I definitely want to hear some positive stuff like this, man. This kind of core, just hardcore stuff. All right, guys, man, let me cut it off. But with that being said, guys, love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. I'm about to get in here and get this food. Stay consistent. So holla back, man. Peace.